can do that. Okay, recording. And then now this is where it always just gets so awkward. How do I do this? Where's the when's the last time we did this? Live on Facebook.
I feel so panicked right now.
Why don't?
Because I have to go get a new computer.
That stinks.
And then it just kind of like, you know, I was like, oh my gosh, like just rushed. I hate being rushed. You know what I mean?
I do.
Like it's just, I feel so panicky.
It's totally dead. Like nothing. Mm-mm. If you put it in rice.
Well, that's what Josh said to do, but I haven't had enough time.
I was going to say that, but I was like, no, that's extreme. This is like an entire laptop. Who would think like that?
Well, I'm going to, I think. I don't know if I even have that much rice.
Go buy a bag.
I know, but at this point, like I feel like it's like a moot point. Like I do need a new computer. I just wasn't expecting.
Okay, I'm tagging everybody in this. Amanda. There she is. And me. With.
So what are you sipping on today, Amanda?
I'm sorry?
What are you sipping on today?
White Claw.
White Claw?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Actually, it's a Truly. It's a Truly.
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.
How does one spell extraordinaire?
EXTRORDINAIR. Did that sound halfway decent?
Sure. It is. Well, okay. Let's just skip that word. Hang on. Okay, I'm tagging you twice. Oh, maybe it won't. Sorry.
You're good.
Okay, you guys are tagged, so I'm gonna.
Are we live?
Hang on. I think.
Dead silence, and we're live, just like nothing.
Wait. Okay. Error broadcast. Please start again. What? No. Why? Shit. Sorry. I think I have to start again. Public. It won't go. Wait. Oh, go live anyway. Here we go. Error starting broadcast. Please try again. Mother of pearl. Hang on. I think that it is always stinking Safari is the problem.
Yeah, you need to do it from Chrome, I thought.
I know, right, Safari's been working the last few times. So there's that. Okay. They don't make it easy on me. Okay, Amanda, I just need to tag you on this. And then we will be good to go. And you all can start your watch parties.
Okay.
Go live.
Start our watch parties?
Yeah. I don't
How
know.
do I do this?
Amanda, talk him through it.
I don't know. You
This
just
is
go.
interesting.
You just go onto Facebook where Jenny has gone live, and you push share, and it says start a watch party.
We are live.
All right,
Hi,
so check this
everyone.
out. Is that
Share, start a
There's
watch
that.
party.
share now? Share now public, right?
Uh-huh.
No, just you go to start a watch party.
Or you
Oh,
can
there it is.
share.
Boom.
Oh.
Boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. I like that.
How you like them
Awesome.
apples?
Yeah, that's legit.
Here we
Cool.
are. We're on Facebook and we're live and we're
Yay.
doing this wine
Yay.
and realty thing.
Hi, everybody.
So for those of you that care, we have Philip Hurst.
Oh, they care. Come on now.
They do care. Of course they care.
They're about to learn some things.
They wouldn't be watching if they didn't care. And I wanted him to come on today to talk about, because he's amazing. And so any real estate agents or lenders or anyone that has videography or photographic needs, please feel free to reach out to him. I'm sure he would like that.
Absolutely.
He's tagged in the that blurb
Comments. And
says
all
what
that
we're
stuff.
doing. Yeah, and so you can reach out to his page there. But anyway, I wanted to talk about, Amanda and I talked about this once, like the importance of photography, videography right now with COVID happening and people not really wanting people in their homes. And so I mean, that's what we're talking about today.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So here we go.
There's actually quite a bit. Yeah, my dog's going crazy over here too. She literally just came up and dropped her toy in my lap.
Aw,
I'm
she wants to
right now.
play.
I'm sorry.
Let's see her. Show her.
Andy.
Guys, see the poopies.
This is my
Aww.
little pooch. Love you. Everybody, that's Indy.
I love her.
Yeah, I've had her since she was 3 months old. She's 11 now.
Aww.
Yeah, she's a service dog. She's perfectly
Aw.
trained.
Really?
Yeah, I got her serviced because she is a pit bull, and Columbus actually has pit bull restrictions. So because she's a service dog, they can't say anything about it.
Really? Amanda's got a pit bull too.
Mm-hmm.
Really, good for you. Great dog.
Yeah, he's
amazing dog.
Let's see
My
Zeke.
therapy dog.
Shedding a lot right now, but an amazing
Yeah,
dog.
he is.
Oh my
shedding
God.
like crazy.
Thank God for Swiffer.
Amanda, let's see him.
Yeah,
No.
No.
well, I don't have my phone. Like if I had my phone, like I could, but
Put him
I'm
on.
not gonna.
All
I'm not
right.
gonna
It's
do all that. It's fine.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
everybody that knows
It's
me
fine.
everybody has seen my dog and how obsessed I am with him.
We have seen. I am too. He's great. I don't have any pets in my house right now. The cat left.
Oh.
Like, did it just say I'm out? Like, peace?
Well,
Cut it
my
up?
son, it's my son's cat. So son said peace out and she went with. Not nice. So Herbert's saying hi to all of us.
Hello.
Hello. So anyway, all right, so let's get into this and dig in. And, thoughts, opinions. I mean, what do you think as far as everything happening? Have you seen increase in videos that you're doing? I know I've been doing Matterport lately.
I've been doing a lot lately. I hate to say this, but with everything that's going on and a lot of the realtors not having people come in, or the people who own the house, the sellers being a little cautious about who does come in and just having that traffic come in for showings and such, there's been a lot of call for videography, a lot of call, especially for my Matterport, because the person out of state doesn't have to travel and waste the time and then wind up having to get stuck here and can literally do a tour through the house in HD at their own pace, stop, look around. Because photography, yes, it's great and essential and drives a lot of traffic to a listing, especially if it's professionally well done photography. There's some statistics I have on this and we'll talk about that later. But the ability to go to a home and see the photo and then literally spin your head around, because the photos are still. Once it's taken, you can't turn and see what's just slightly off to the right. Whereas in a Matterport, 3D virtual tour, you're able to walk around the house, look around, look up, check out the ceiling, look at the ceiling height, and it's literally, I'd say with everything that's going on, the next best thing into being in the house when you can't actually make it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Love Matterport. I think it's so cool.
Great.
My only thing with ever doing it prior was stuff was selling so fast it didn't seem like there was any point.
Correct.
You know, because it is a more expensive.
It can be, unless you run into somebody like me. I hate to say I'm killing the market, you know, but I know if I'm there taking photos, okay, if I'm there and I planned for a full day there to do a photo and video, especially video, maybe not so much in as fast as the home sell, but photography 100%.
Yeah.
And maybe a little aerial sizzle video while I'm out there getting aerial photography. I hit record, I catch a little bit of, 30 seconds, 40 seconds of footage at a couple of different angles. It's nothing for me to sit down and be like, hey, realtor, here you go. Here's a little gift. Thanks for keeping me in mind. I'd like to keep that. It's fun for me. So everybody's like, you're undercutting us. I'm like, look, when it's not work, why not?
When you love what you do.
I'm not trying to. I'm comparable, definitely. But I understand the importance of getting a home sold for a realtor. It's the payment and the money is a byproduct. The main goal is selling the house.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Do you allow the sellers to be there during the photo?
Oh, I don't mind at all.
Okay.
I do not mind at all. All I ask is if I'm shooting a room, don't be anywhere near the camera. And if I'm shooting a Matterport, if you can see it, it can see you.
Okay. And then another thing, do you want people to turn their lights on for you, things like that?
That's always the best bet. I ask that they turn the lights on, turn their fans off. I ask they don't mind if I'm shooting a video. Why do you keep on turning the water on and off? Well, because it's nice to show the faucet being used. And in video, the fan's actually moving at like medium or something like this. All the lights on are really good, unless it is, another thing with photography, I actually watch the sun throughout the day and I track the sun across the property and I know if it's a north-facing house, a south-facing house, east, west. My degree is in architecture. I was an architect 5 months ago. So these kind of things are important, especially when showing the house and trying to either distinguish against using natural light versus artificial light versus HDR versus HDR plus flash. It all sets different emotions in how you actually want to portray that home, either overly processed or as if you were there looking at it and it's a natural looking photo. Because I've seen overly processed and I've seen natural. A lot of photographers send their things out to like India for $1.10 per photo to be processed. Maybe I'm giving away some secrets here, but but
I'm like, can I do that?
You can.
You can.
You can, but chances are you didn't take the photo in the right like raw format.
Yeah,
HDR,
I'm not a photographer. I'm teasing. I don't have time for that.
It can be done. It can definitely be done, but it is better if you have a photographer come there, get the angles, get all your verticals straight. Like for instance, no diverging lines. How am I going to do this? All right, let's see if I can do this. Okay, this line right here. They all look like they're kind of angled out. A good photographer will set the camera to where, because when I look at that, that's a vertical line. But to you guys, it looked like it's angled out a little bit. A good photographer will straighten all the verticals, make sure everything looks nice and parallel and perfect for you so you don't have any of these diverging lines. For instance, Jenny, your diverging lines are pointing towards the center at the ceiling because chances are your camera's pointing down a little bit. These are the kind of things that good.
No, it's not.
And now right.
No, it's
so
not.
these are the things a good photographer is going to look for and setting your scene. One of the things I like to do when shooting photography, I like to include 2 corners and 3 walls. So even if you're catching just the 2 corners and part of the 3rd wall, at least you're not deceiving your client and saying, you don't know how big this room goes on because I'm only showing the center corner. And now when you get here, you realize that I was tucked in the corner and this room is way small. The last thing you want to do is deceive your clients. Because the first thing your client is looking for are reasons not to buy the house, not for reasons to buy the house. If they weren't wanting to buy the house, they wouldn't be looking. So you show them the photos, you give them realistic expectations of what they're about to come and see. There's no discrepancies in the conversation.
I mean, Amanda, how many times have you shown a house and the people are like, "That's not what this looks like."
I thought this was going to be a lot bigger.
Why are these rooms so small? This didn't look like this.
I was
that
like,
also comes with the proper lens selection, like a super wide angle versus a 24 versus a 50 versus 35 all have different compressions. Some will make the further things look closer than the actual art. There's a lot to it. That's why hiring a professional photographer is super crucial.
100.
Have these understandings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. Like when I see a listing,
hire like a wedding photographer. That's not, it's a completely different environment. Yes, you have a camera. Yes, you're a professional photographer, but architecture and real estate is completely different than those types of subjects, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah. Amanda, what were you gonna say?
I don't know.
You'll think about it at 10:30 tonight. You can text me. Let me know. Or not.
I'm already over it.
Yeah, it's been amazing. I know when I first started, I mean, I have a good camera. I got a good lens that, whatever that would fit the room. Yeah. And I took decent pictures, decent enough. But man, to make the switch to using a professional was 100%.
When you start thinking about it, a lot of it is the post-processing and understanding that post-process procedure, whether it be Photoshop, whether it be Lightroom, whether it be combining, like I'll take what is called as an HDR shot or a bracketed shot, which is actually 8 shots of the same thing, all at different exposures, and I'll bring them in, I'll stack them, and I'll take one flash, and then I'll go ahead and paint in the light over the shadows so it actually looks exposed for the windows so it's not all blown out. Like that's the processing thing that most people realize. I'm just gonna go take this photo and post it.
You know what it was?
Completely different.
Yeah, for me it was always like I would take a picture and then I'd get it home to edit it and I would see like the towels were uneven or like
where you get
some.
I don't know if you've seen any of my story lately, but like there's a bucket that I totally missed, and I'm like, well, shoot, darn it. All right, well, I guess I'm gonna open this up in Photoshop. Check this out, and then a little tutorial like kind of how to do it.
Yeah,
so like
it was
a good
cool.
photographer is somebody that's gonna be like, okay, and catch those things and put the best foot forward.
Right. What do you think of the fisheye lens?
We try to stay away from that because there's no curvy lines like that in real architecture.
I always laugh when I see pictures like that, and usually it's with a for sale by owner listing. You'll see it because they're trying to get the whole room.
Anyway. It's bad.
No,
the fisheye is bad.
Like this, panoramic.
It looks like it's so bad.
So
I love it though. I mean, they try. Give them the credit.
Listen.
They understand.
Yeah. Yes. I think you're trying. You did it.
That's funny.
Good. Cheers.
Cheers. Yes.
Cheers. Oh yeah, we forgot to toast. Cheers. Like.
What's the toast to? Oh, look at this. My
glass. Mine's dirty.
Wait, that's okay. I need one of those.
You do need one of these. We got the See, there it is.
Yes,
yeah.
Thank you.
We're a little late on the toast, but so do you have, as far as real estate agents go, homeowners, whatever, what kind of tips? Like what should, I guess prep
as far as getting your home ready?
Yeah.
Just for a photo day, I would say. Yeah.
I would say before leading up to photo day, yes, you can hire the photographer to make your grass green in post-processing. But I say, hey, spend a little bit of time, green up your grass, water it. Try that for a little bit.
Don't water your keyboard.
That's never a good idea.
Definitely don't. You were running a sprinkler before. You trying to sell your house? Did your photographer tell you the same thing? No, but seriously, I literally just I'm working with a client doing a luxury piece right now. I just posted a piece from it. And he was like, yeah, can you come and shoot this? And I want to go ahead and put my Ferrari on the lawn and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, okay, that's going to be dope, but your lawn is burnt right now. Burnt. I was like, do me a favor, throw some water on this for the next week. And
can you green it up?
I just got it. Well, I can, but it's deceiving when the client comes there and that's not what it looks like.
That's not what that house looked like.
I think it's fine.
No, but if that's the case, hey, not a problem. I guess it's not worth the investment. Not a problem.
You know, Ohio in the summer, that grass dries out in a day.
Right.
It's so bad. But I've definitely like showed up to a client's house with some flowers and some soil and prepped up their boxes for them.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. That's a service I offer.
Full service photographer.
A good photographer. Like, I don't mind getting my hands dirty. It's kind of fun.
He does landscaping too.
For me, it's about building relationships. That's why I even agreed to do this. Y'all are cool. Yeah, we've been Insta friends for a while, so
we are pretty cool. Hey, you did get a question though. We are pretty cool. Ask anyone who hangs out with us. They'll tell you. Stephen Helmrich.
Okay.
A bit ago, he said, "You speak the truth." And I don't remember what the conversation was at that point, but he says, when you are using your drone for your aerials, do you ask that all Wi-Fi in the house is turned off as well?
Actually, no. I haven't had any problems with this. Typically, my aerial drones, I'm using it for the specifics of getting aerial, which typically means I'm pretty far away, getting more of an establishing shot of the land. But I have had instances, good call, Stephen, by the way, to where when you're too close to a house and they have a really good internet signal, you can get some crossovers. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to say, hey, for the moment, while I'm doing these low pans and close to your house with my machine, go ahead and cut your signal off. But I haven't done that, and I haven't had any problems yet, but I can see where that's been a problem.
What would happen? Would it just stop recording, or would it like drop
no,
out of the sky?
Stop recording. It's the GPS and the Wi-Fi signal between the radio and the transmitter. You have to have what is called a flyways. By the way, I'm a licensed drone pilot, and I'm licensed by the FAA, and you have to be a licensed drone pilot in order to collect or use commercially drone footage or photos. So realtors, by the way, be careful. If you are dealing with somebody who is unlicensed, they can be fined $250,000, and you can be fined $25,000 for hiring an unlicensed pilot. We have this little thing issued by the federal government. It's the FAA license. I should cover up my numbers and stuff, but I'm a federally licensed drone pilot so that I can commercially, legally capture footage and use it for marketing.
That's funny. I had no idea.
Yes.
No idea.
Things I'm full of knowledge, ladies. What else can help you?
Clearly. I don't know.
Let's do this.
Share.
We'll be here all night.
I'm giving away secrets. Y'all are going to be over like, Phil, guess what? I got my drone license and I bought a Adobe Creative Suite. Forget you. We don't need you anymore.
I have my own drone license.
All of this, I'm like, thank goodness I'm not a photographer. You know, it's just like you think everybody else's job's so hard. I know.
It's a lot of pressure. Y'all realtors though.
I think we have a lot of pressure too.
So let me talk to you guys from a photographer's point of view.
Oh dear.
About the realtor.
Yes.
Y'all are awesome. No, I'm kidding. Y'all are great. I have nothing bad to say. You find the right realtor and they respect a good photographer, there's nothing bad to say. So, but I have had some very particular and agents that wanted things a certain way, and you have to do it that way, even if it's against what you know is best for the photo. So a good photographer won't always 100% up. We'll explain it, we'll say, but ultimately it's what the client wants, and we have to give it to you guys. So
I can't even imagine having that kind of opinion. Like, what would that be like on a luxury listing, or I mean?
No, just in like we want to move this. Well, you took this photo, now we want to move this, and I'm like, I've already taken that photo. That's why I don't mind the people in the house and the agent in the house, but sometimes it can get in the way because you've already taken a photo. And now they want you to go back because they doctored up a room and they didn't understand the flow of the house that you were doing, especially when shooting a video. I try to keep it a nice solid flow. And if you did something and want me to go back, I kind of have to shoot the whole thing over again because I don't want to piece it together sometimes.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
It can be really difficult.
Amanda, did you go to the photography?
Not anymore. No.
You used to? I never have.
I did sometimes, like if I felt like I needed to kind of check on the house, just to make sure that
and I don't mind that
done.
because there are some things that I don't know that they might have moved that you had pre-planned the day before and said, don't move this.
Yeah. Well,
I've had that to where they come like, I didn't put that there yesterday when we staged this whole house. Why is it back?
Right. During appointments, like listing appointments, I'll tell them like, I'll give them chores to do. So if they don't do the chores, like I would like to go check to make sure that it looked good and like not look good, but like look to where.
Look good.
Yeah.
Look good.
Just say it. You look good.
Yeah, so I check, and my clients have been really, really good, but like I hate being surprised with the photos. So I'm like, but like I actually, it's always been a good surprise that they did exactly what I told them to do. So, but I did like to go just check to make sure that it was done. And like my clients liked me to be there just in case, or for me to walk through the house just in case, like before, or like, should they move a pillow here or a pillow there? Or,
absolutely.
Just kind of check on things. So
do you have a list of stuff that, like if someone was going to use you, that, whatever, like a list of hints for the homeowner to do, or like things like keep the windows open or lighting?
I typically go through and check certain things because they're like even out all the blinds. Turn off fans and photos.
Yeah, fans, blinds, toilet seats. Toilet seats are like the number one thing.
Toilet seats down, man. Come on. I try to put clutter away. If I see like, even if it's a toothbrush nicely placed out.
Yeah, I don't want that.
No, I don't want to touch it. So please don't be picky if I say,
I know.
No offense or anything like this, but that's not for me to touch. So please, if the photographer is saying, hey, can you touch this up, or can you do this? Don't give him a hard time and don't get frustrated with him. He's literally not just trying to be picky. He's literally trying to get the best photo for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's
that's what things that I would do.
Hey, can you move that towel? Or hey, can you move that laundry basket? Hey, can you stash that in the closet? We feel bad saying that. So I often say, hey, if I see anything out of place, can I please just move it so I don't have to ask you? But things like toothbrush and personal items,
I'll go through and I'll just stuff things in drawers, and I'm like,
closets.
Sorry. I hope you can find it later. I told you clear surfaces off.
This is not a clear surface.
That's like Photoshop out the corner of a baby high chair because we stashed it in the hallway, and part of the corner leg was sticking out, and I'm like, man, all right, Photoshop, get rid of that real quick.
All the afters stuff that you don't see.
It's fun, but hey, I'll put it on my Instagram and let you know I forgot about it.
Yeah, I think too, the way people live, like you just, like I have stuff out. I just wouldn't think about putting it away or putting it somewhere else.
Why I staged this right now. If you look just outside of the frame, it is completely trashed. So I get cinema magic. I get it.
That's funny. So with the drone stuff, would you suggest that that's, I think we tend to see it more with a higher end listing, like, something on a lot of property, or would you say that that's suitable for every kind of listing, anything and everything?
With Instagram right now, I think having that short little 15 to 30 second, 20 second little, just exterior sizzle video.
Yeah.
Just something like I said, I kind of throw those in my packages because I know that that's going to make you build a relationship with you guys. And I don't mind doing those. Those are real simple. Those are fun for me. It builds my portfolio. But ultimately, I don't feel some properties require it necessarily.
Yeah.
Especially in tight, dense urban neighborhoods, it can be a little tough. There's a lot we have to worry about as the pilot.
Oh, yeah, for doing it.
You took a deep breath, like.
No, well, I was going to say, or would it be helpful in those areas to show exactly, because part of it, you don't want to deceive a buyer. And half the time, people are seeing, like I said, I can't even tell you how many times we've gone into a home and they're like, I had no idea it was like this. I had no idea it was like this around here.
I personally try to promote the aerial to every client. I think it is super important, but I have come across cases where it wasn't important to them.
Yeah.
But I try to emphasize the importance of it because it gives you the full grand establishing view. And especially most photographers don't have the license to do it. So to have this as part of that that real quick hit, sizzle, get their attention. Wow, that's a view I've not seen of this property before. It can be done really well, especially for just a still photography.
Well, I'll tell you that I would totally pay for that. Like I mean, I would love that for Instagram and on the stories and in the feed itself. Like I think that would be. Oh no, I love it. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. But I think that would be a great option. Like I would love to offer that with every listing I have, just because different social media commands different kinds of things, you know, like.
Well, there's, I don't know if y'all listen to Gary Vee. I listen to Gary Vee pretty religiously. And he says you need to be posting 8 times a day on all different platforms.
Yeah.
LinkedIn looks and delivers differently than Instagram delivers differently than Facebook delivers. It's all about the packaging. The message can be the same, but the delivery and the packaging and the marketing has to be delivered differently depending on the platform.
100%. So I think that would be a great option. And I do think too that no matter what the listing, that would be a good thing to have, just another view. I mean, with people not necessarily wanting to leave their homes, maybe they don't want to go drive through the neighborhood, or they don't want to see. So that aerial view would give them a good idea of what.
And I think, and it's so easy for me to just back out and give you a full establishing shot. Hey, look off, not less than a mile away, there's a cool park. Look at that. There's a little lake over there. Look at that. There's the local high school. There's the local downtown. And I can see that in 15 seconds worth of a video that it took me nothing to get. Yeah.
So any buyers that are watching, mention in the comments, like, if you think that would be worthwhile. I mean,
I think all of it's worthwhile. Get my Matterport, get my photography, get my videography, get my media marketing plan. I got all of it. I got you covered.
Absolutely you do. And is that isn't strictly what you do? You don't just do real estate photography or real estate videos.
My background, I started off in architecture. This is why I think I'm thriving in real estate, because I get the mangles, you know what I mean? I get it. Like delivering sexy architecture has been my career and my education drive my entire life. I started off in construction when I dropped out of school, went to University of Cincinnati after I got my GED for architecture, graduated architecture, became an architect, started working down in Cincinnati, worked up here, and then finally I got a drone is what happened, I think. And then I started taking really cool photos and making really cool videos, and I'm like, why am I doing this when I can go out and create my own business and do the part of architecture that I found sexy, which was displaying its beauty and making it attractive and sexy and appealing. This is why I think I thrive in my photography and in real estate and everything, because I'm not just going in, here's one room, here's this room, here's this room. I'm getting that angle that's just like, oh, snap. Okay, I want to live there. That's a little dope place. Cool.
Yeah.
I try to think of it like that.
Your pictures definitely have a different flavor than a lot of the stuff that I've seen other people do. Yeah, no, they do. I mean, it's more magazine. It's more like what you would see.
It's fun.
You know, yeah, it's pretty. So I guess for the sellers that are watching, what, I mean, again, I don't know, tips, tricks?
Tips, tricks. Clean your house, declutter.
No.
Sorry, not really. For the seller, keep
lighting's important.
I think that's kind of like our job.
Lighting is important. Yeah. Obviously, lighting is important. Stay away from, when you're trying to sell your house, stay away from tungsten colorings. Like my house is right now is very tungsten. What
does that mean?
The color, it's very warm.
Oh.
Whereas you and Amanda are a little bit more on the cooler spectrum. Okay, that can be fixed in post, but that happens with either using incandescent lighting or natural lighting versus fluorescent lighting. Fluorescent puts out a cooler light. Incandescent puts out a much warmer light. You know, when the light bulb says warm versus cool, that's the difference. We're talking tungsten versus, it's temperature, it's Kelvin. And this is what we think about in photography. We're often changing our white balance is what it calls. Our whites need to look white. So yeah, more of a cooler lighting, and it makes the house a little more sexy and inviting. Absolutely.
I like it.
Yeah. Put your dogs away. Cats.
Nope.
Pick up the kitty litter off the floor.
Have you done any shoots like that? Like people like to put
they even put him
in?
outside. They put him outside, and he was in the photo I was taking of the dining room. He's like,
oh,
looking at the door, and
I
I was
would want that
it's
photo.
kind of freaking cute. Absolutely. So we kept him in there, perfectly exposed to the outside. You only see his little face. Pretty funny. I got a kick out of it.
I want to play with that guy.
And I'm also now doing virtual staging. So if you have empty homes, or if I come and shoot an empty home, I'll go ahead and furnish the room for you and make it look how you want. We can change pillow color, change sofa styling, contemporary, country, modern, you name it, we got it.
That's good to know that you do. Yeah.
People like because nothing sells better than a really well furnished home. Mm-hmm. Even if it's hey, here's how it can look. Here's how
it's a lot less expensive option.
We're not trying to deceive you. Here's how it looks, but here's what it would look like furnished, so you get more of a visualization of what's going on. Absolutely.
Right. Well, anyone have anything else, or shall we?
I don't think so.
I think we should say cheers and say, hey, that was pretty awesome.
That was really awesome.
That was cool, man. I like that.
I think we should have once a month a Philip photo tip.
Dude, I totally don't mind. I'll even come on here and do like a live screen share and do like, dude, I'm 100% about it. 2 Minute Tuesdays.
Right?
No,
yeah, 2 Minute Tuesdays.
No, we can't do that. That's coined by like my favorite YouTuber right now.
Oh, no, we don't want to do that. No. We'll do a Philip photo.
It's pretty funny.
There's a lot of stuff out there. A lot of Thirsty Thursdays.
Yeah, I can come up with something.
Tequila Tuesdays Fabulous is what we wanted to coin.
Yeah.
Fabulous Friday. Anyway, all right. Well, if anyone has any questions, comment.
Or if you want to sell your house,
call.
Or if you want, hey, girl, we need to talk. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. We'll chat.
All right, sounds good. So I'm gonna go ahead and end everything, and everyone have a good one. Good day. Thanks for being on.
I appreciate y'all.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.